house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. Been practicing this a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good. I liked it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Big Easy Bets podcast. I'm your host, Logan, and with me in the studio, Nick Von Brick.
What's up?
With us on the ones and twos, Joseph Ascani.
What it do?
Episode 138, bowl season week 2 and NFL week 16, nearing the end of the NFL season. And we're going to try to pick up the pieces of whatever the hell just happened this first week of bowl season. But, all right, episode 138. We got a lot to go over, multiple more bowl games. And then things are picking up in the NFL. But before we get to all of that, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we appreciate it. If you want to help us, go over to the YouTube page, hit subscribe. If you're listening on YouTube, watching currently, and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Once we hit 150 subscribers, we will do another giveaway. And then once we hit 200 subscribers, we'll do another giveaway. And we'll keep doing giveaways until we don't have any more money to give away. I got a couple... Really one main thing. I have my best and worst, and then I have one main thing that I wanted to ask. I guess it could fall into the best and worst. But we'll start. What was the best thing you saw this week?
The Lionel Messi Instagram post. It beat the egg.
The what?
It beat the egg.
What is that?
The egg had the most likes.
I don't know. What on Instagram?
Ever, yeah.
It's just an egg?
So like there was this was years ago when Kylie Jenner had the most liked Instagram photo. Well, somebody just posted a picture of an egg to beat it out. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then Lionel Messi's Instagram post of them winning the World Cup beat it.
So, yeah, that kind of falls into my best. It was the World Cup final as a whole. What a fucking game.
Yeah.
The just overall like interest in soccer just skyrocketed in the U.S., I think, just from that one game. That was, I mean, to be, what were they, down 2? They come back and tie it up. Then it looks like Argentina's got it wrapped up with a late goal. And then the handball, and Mbappe ties it up late. And then, I mean, okay, so what are y'all's thoughts on PKs?
What about them?
Do you like them? Do you think it's it was pretty much a consensus that everybody hated that to be the way to decide a game. I think Bill Burr even said it's the rock, paper, scissors of championships.
Yeah, it kind of sucked.
I don't know. I like it.
You could say it's rock, paper, scissors, but, dude, that goalie stepped up big time.
Fuck yeah, he did. I like it. When they had the camera from the backwards, from the perspective of the guy kicking, it's like, dude, that's what's crazy. You have the entire world watching.
It's so hard.
One-on-one, you versus
as a goalkeeper.
That one dude missed the goal altogether.
Yeah.
It's not a gimme. They were saying, like, it's a guarantee you're going to make it. It's like, it's not. I think France missed 3 in a row.
Look at how Messi shot
but the way it was going there at the end, there was a lot of, like, that goalkeeper for Argentina had a couple saves there toward the end that was incredible.
Oh,
it's like you
save.
rather see it end on the
that last
field,
save that he had was incredible.
Well, the Paris goalkeeper, Lloris, had a wild one as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the one where it kind of got
he saved it with his foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that the one
end.
where it got sent to him and it looked like he tried to chip it over him? It was 1-on-1 at the very end.
Yes. Yeah, that was an incredible save because that's the game right there, or the match.
Yeah, an all around wild game.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And then Messi finally gets one. So Messi's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
But I'm not very passionate about soccer, but I've been telling Alec for years that Ronaldo is nowhere near as good as Messi. That was your best as well?
Yeah.
All right, what was your worst?
Oh, y'all saw there's rumors that like somebody offered Drake May $5 million to leave North Carolina.
No, I didn't.
Turned it down.
Well, yeah, he's a legacy.
Wow.
It's wild what's going on with the tampering and shit.
Oh, yeah. No, it is kind of a problem. They kind of need to get a handle on it, you know? Did they say who?
No, but I think it was Narduzzi that said that he leaked it.
Like, oh, he leaked the information.
Yeah.
Not that
Pitt didn't have $5 million to give.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, his brother was Luke May, hit the game winner. What was that? That was Duke, North Carolina, right?
Kentucky.
Was that in the national championship?
No, to get there.
That's right. In the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and then his dad played quarterback. He's a legacy. He's not going to leave North Carolina. So, that is a problem, though. They need to figure out some way to, I mean, it's fucking hard.
Well, I don't know why they took they made the eligibility immediate.
That should be kind of.
Because you think that would deter people from transferring as much.
Or at least make it like you can transfer once, and then if you do it again, like Keaton Slovis is back in the portal. Went to Pitt, now he's I mean, he played like dog shit, so. But you shouldn't be able to just hop around like a free agent, like whenever you want, you know? Worst thing I saw was the Patriots lost.
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
that was unbelievable. Imagine having Patriots money line, or even with the spread.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was 2.5 in favor of Raiders, but still, like those people that bet the Patriots on the money line, you're feeling good, or you're feeling good the majority of the game, and then you go next thing you know, you're like, all right, well, gotta see what we can do in overtime, and then Jacoby Myers is launching it 40 yards behind his head. That was an incredible play by Chandler Jones for one.
Oh yeah.
And then absolutely just stiff arms baby Mac Jones to the ground like a child.
All three of them took accountability for it, too. Ramondre was like, well, Jacoby would have never been in that situation.
Well, Ramondre's kind of an idiot, yeah.
And then Mac Jones, like, we would have went to overtime if I would have made that tackle. I'm like, you're not making that tackle, Mac Jones.
Yeah, you had no chance.
100 times out of 100.
It was like out of the cartoons where they get flattened like a pancake. It's like Space Jam. It was Stan getting flattened completely flat. They got to come out with the air pump and blow him back up. He got fucking sandwiched.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, Ramondre Stevenson's kind of the unsung idiot in this one. What are you doing? If he just goes down, he laterals it to Jacoby, and now Jacoby's like, oh, fuck, chaos. Like, we're keeping this alive.
Did that ball slip when he threw it? It just looked weird to me. Like, it looked like it didn't come out of his hand correctly.
Jacoby Myers?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
It looked like it.
He turned around and threw it backwards, so I don't think he intended to really do. He had no idea what he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I was watching that shit on my phone, going to Whole Foods, and I was like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. All right, what was the worst thing you saw this week?
Hurts.
Okay.
Hurts my fantasy squad.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I mean, it's always something.
Yeah, okay.
It's always
I just knew that would rile y'all up a little bit.
Honorable mention for me, either best or worst. I don't know. Did you see Zion Clark, the legless?
Oh, yes, I did see him.
How is that allowed? He has a massive advantage.
Oh, the
I might be in the minority there, but the guy, that's what I said on Twitter. I said, it's the first time in the history of not having legs doesn't give you a leg up.
The wrestler?
So
you can't get him in your guard.
Yeah.
The guy's over there trying to wrap him up with his legs, and next thing you know, he's in full mount.
But what's the rules on hitting him?
I don't know. Because, is he
Can you kick him in his head?
Is he a downed opponent? No, yeah, that's like, you just watch him. The guy was just immediately fucked because he's trying to secure him with his legs, and there was nothing to grab onto.
Yeah.
Like, the guy looked like he's like, oh, my God. Like, he had no.
Yeah, you got to find another legless sparring partner.
Yeah.
Practice against.
Like, this is like he has a drastic advantage because he's super fucking strong.
Oh, yeah.
Arms-wise. He's doing backflips on his hands because he's got to walk around on his hands. I mean, come on. We got to regulate this somehow. So, next thing you know, I mean, they're going to be the next Dagestanis taking over the UFC. These fucking legless guys walking around on their hands, dude.
Walking
on their hands, yeah. No, that's what I said. This is the first time in the history of having no legs do you have a leg up on your opponent. Like, dude, but no, literally, the guy was in like a mad scramble, and he's trying to, like, you can't take him to the ground, but he's on the ground. You can't do anything. You're fucked. And he's so strong, he latches onto him. It's like, oh my God, dude. It's like fucking Geo dude from Pokemon. the ball with just the arms, dude. That's what he is, dude. He's so strong. He's probably gonna win a world championship. I don't know what the odds are on that, but he's probably gonna be a world champion within like the next 2 years. And honestly, he can probably fight tomorrow. He fatigues half as fast as everybody else. He could go for miles. I thought that was a damn shame. That guy, whoever signed up to fight the guy with no legs, absolutely needs to fire his agent. But all right, episode 138. Bowl season rolls on. We will recap whatever the fuck just happened this past week. Not a good week. We can come out and say that. That's for sure. I don't know how you did, Joseph. You were on the opposites of quite a few, so you might have did okay.
I'd be even if if Toledo covers.
5
and 6 right now.
Okay, so nobody did good. All right, we will kick it off with, let's see. What do we have first? UAB?
Yeah.
I mean, what an all-around shit show of a fucking start, dude. I had high hopes. UAB, -10.5. They win by 4. They go up 10-0 pretty quick, and then I don't fully remember what happens. I just know that it never really.
Well, they do that where they dominate the game. Then they had some turnovers that kept. Who'd they play?
Miami of Ohio.
Miami of Ohio, in the game. But if you look statistically, man, UAB outgained them by a lot of yards.
Yeah, no, they did, and that was I say that,
but that's been the story of UAB all year.
Yeah.
They'll dominate an opponent in terms of yards and all that, but then the score just doesn't indicate.
Yeah.
That.
So the next one we had UTSA and Troy. So we were correct on Troy, -1. We were not correct on the over 55, but I hit the nail on the fucking head with what Frank Harris does. His interceptions were exactly what I said he likes to do. It is so wild because he has a ton of talent, and then he just loses his mind and throws a dart to the linebacker. Exactly how I said he was going to do it. He did it twice, where it's just like he doesn't see him. He doesn't see the guy directly in front of his face. It's kind of crazy. But so we cashed in on Troy -1, but nowhere near the over 55. A really impressive performance by Troy's defense. UTSA didn't score a point in the second half. So then we're, 1-2 heading into Saturday. Florida and Oregon State was the worst. Florida was the worst bet. I hope that is the worst bet that we have this bowl season, but we had pretty much the same 3 identical bets to start the Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
We take Florida, and we keep beating the number. This one came down to 8.5, 8. Florida, we got them at 10.5-point underdogs, closes around 8.5 to 8-point underdogs. They lose 30-3. The quarterback, Miller, couldn't do a damn thing. And then Oregon State, I mean, we missed the mark there. That's the team that was going to be
I feel like we're not done recapping, but what we kind of, especially for this game, is like we misjudged the motivation behind these teams. You know what I'm saying?
That
like
became
Oregon State was going for their first 10-win season and however long, and Florida was just had so many opt-outs.
They said the head coach, I think there's only been 3 10-win seasons. This was the 3rd in Oregon State history, and he was a part of one of them as a quarterback, and now he's a part of one as a coach, and they're building this program, and we missed the mark so bad on this one in terms of, like you said, motivation and who wanted to be there. Florida didn't want to fucking be there at all. Billy Napier, go fuck yourself. You shit fucking coach. Everyone talking about the LSU should have went and got Napier. Give me a damn break. Missed the mark really badly there. They got absolutely dominated. And then so it's like, okay, Cincinnati, Louisville, now it's our time. No, same fucking game. 24-7. Louisville absolutely dominates Cincinnati, who couldn't do a damn thing on either side of the football. Another extremely frustrating loss. Washington State, Fresno State, rinse and repeat. Another team who gets I knew.
Yeah, the more we got closer to this game, the more I was like, I
said sitting here, I'm like, I really like Fresno. Fucking Jake Hayner, it would look like he was done for the year. Then he comes back. Now all of a sudden they're running the table, basically. Cam Ward sucks. Cam Ward sucks. Do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say for your team?
Well, if you liked Fresno State so much, you should have picked them.
I should have, and that's what I said.
That's all.
That's what I said.
Definitely should have picked them. No, I mean, I said that day. I said, I don't know why. I don't know. That was originally who I was leaning towards. The line didn't make sense. I felt like Fresno should have been favored by like a touchdown. And then when they weren't, I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean.
And there's just so much uncertainty with who's in, who's
Fresno
out.
State's defense really got after them, you know?
Yeah, they've been playing good. So, and then Washington State couldn't stop the run. Red zone defense might be the worst in the fucking country. So, yeah, off to a bad start. My lock of the week, Rice and USM under 46.5. No. Just no. Frank Gore Jr., his kid's fucking taking steroids, dude. I guarantee it. He had 329 yards rushing. What are we doing? What are we fucking doing? I think, did he throw a touchdown too?
He can throw the ball well.
This is goddamn Booby Miles, dude. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
They'll run that Wildcat shit, and then the moment you come up there, he can throw a good deep ball. So if the receiver gets behind the secondary,
well, 7-0. It was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, and then he busts a 64-yard one-play touchdown drive, 64 yards. Like, what the fuck is going on? But then they started letting Rice score at will. All of a sudden, because y'all were on USM, I was like, okay, Jesus Christ, Rice has just taken a stranglehold over the momentum. And they're right back in the game. SMU BYU took the under 64.5. This is where, so we had a horrible, horrible start. Reminded me of Thanksgiving. And then we started rattling off a couple wins. SMU and BYU under 64.5. This was easy money. I felt like, I said BYU's defense, I mean, great call by you as well to take them 5.5. They end up winning outright. I felt like in the absence of Jaron Hall that BYU's defense was going to step up. And they did just that. So, and I love when the announcers are hyping it up, like, we're in for some points. And I'm like, hey, you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
I said that made me feel so much better. Then we ended the night with North Texas and Boise State. North Texas hangs in there, loses by 3. Realistically, they were controlling this game for the majority, and then all of a sudden they just could not stop the run. But Taylon Green, not a good quarterback. Can run the ball well, but cannot pass it very well. So, and then Monday, we had Marshall -10 against UConn. They jump out to a 21-0 lead, maybe even 28-0. I think it was 28-0. Then they allow 14 unanswered by UConn, make it a little interesting, but they hold on. And then today, San Jose State -3.5. You go up 13-0. You let an extra point get blocked, return for 2 points, and then the floodgates were just open from there. We have a game in play currently, so Liberty +5 is going to roll over to next week's record. So excluding Liberty +5, I go 4-7 on the week. We had similar plays, but not exact.
Yeah, the damn one that made me the most mad was the UAB Miami of Ohio over. This was 44 points scored. There was a missed extra point and a missed field goal. This was just a game where, like, every time the damn team would get into the opponent territory, they'd get a penalty and get pushed back and then have to punt. It's kind of an annoying game, but to lose off of the missed extra point was the worst.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Brutal. I texted. I said, that might be huge.
Yeah, it ended up being huge. Oh, and then on top of that, Miami of Ohio gets down to the 2-yard line at the end of the game. At that point, I'm just hoping they scored or we get lucky with something else, but I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we had multiple of the same picks. Anything else that stood out to you? You hit your lock.
Yep.
A good pick at that.
Then I was on the Boise over.
That is remarkable. You had another, you had one of your few shit weeks, which is really, it's only been like 2. But you hit your lock again.
Yep.
So that brings you to 14-2-1 in your locks. You can definitely hang your hat on that number. Joseph, you went 5-6, excluding Toledo. You were on a few opposites, and it definitely helped you. But, I mean, we all sucked this week. We all did very bad. So we need to kind of regroup. I think that's fair to say. Maybe change the approach because it didn't work.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if we're going to be on some different ones this time.
Oh, yeah. No, that's another thing I was thinking about, that odds are we're probably going to have something that we're against. It's got to happen eventually. All right, so we look ahead to, I guess, what are we calling this, week 2 of bowl season?
Yeah.
Again, we are going to pick every single game of bowl season, whether we want to or not. It's a blessing and a curse. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but we will give you a play for every single game. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. If we ever help you win a bet, all you got to do to repay us is tell a friend about the show and hit subscribe. That's all we ask. So, with that being said, first one up, we will be in the building, the new R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. and we have a pretty good matchup. You've got Western Kentucky and South Alabama. South Alabama sits at 4.5-point favorites. The over-under sits at 56. Who's got a lean?
Yeah, it's Western Kentucky's number 2 ranked passing offense versus South Alabama's number 11th ranked total defense. South Alabama didn't really face many offenses like Western Kentucky's in the Sun Belt this year. So that worries you a little bit here if you're leaning at South Alabama. But Western Kentucky's defense does allow 3.3 line yards per rush. So I don't know. When you look at South Alabama's offense, it's a balanced attack, so it needs the running game to get going. I think that it will get going against a weak Western Kentucky run defense. And then on top of that, South Alabama's third down defense ranks number 10th in the nation. So I lean South Alabama -4.
Okay. This one's kind of tough.
Oh, no, I could totally understand why someone would
This
bet
one's tough.
Western Kentucky here.
So Western Kentucky has the 18th scoring offense, 18th nationally ranked scoring offense. South Alabama has the 41st scoring offense, so they're not exactly a slouch themselves. Western Kentucky has a bit of a turnover problem. They turned it over 21 times, 108th in the nation. Third down conversion percentage is obviously a big stat for me. You hear me talk about it all the time. Both teams are not bad. South Alabama 36th, Western Kentucky 46th. Both teams do pretty well moving the chains. Two completely different teams in terms of what they want to do offensively. Like Nick said, South Alabama wants to run the ball. Western Kentucky allows more than 150 yards rushing a game. But on the offensive side, they just fucking throw it over and over and over and over again. One thing, Western Kentucky's leading tackler, linebacker Jock Evans, is in the transfer portal. So that's a problem for them. He's their kind of do-it-all guy at linebacker. I am going to take the over 56. So I think that South Alabama's ability to run the ball is going to open things up for them. But I also think that, Western Kentucky just fucking goes and goes and goes in terms of trying to move the ball through the air. The strength of South Alabama's defense is unquestionably their run defense. They are susceptible in the secondary. I saw it when they played UL. Saw it with my own two eyes. It was like, oh my God. Every time I watch these teams, it's like App State is who it reminded me of. It's like their secondary are fucking morons. They make these fucking teams piss me off so bad. Like, it's mistakes that, like, I didn't play, so I can't really throw stones, I guess, but it's like sometimes these mistakes make me think that they're like on the spectrum. Like, and I'm being dead ass serious. But so the over is 7-2 in Western Kentucky's last 9 neutral site games. I think we're in for a track meet in the Dome. We'll be there, row 1, with a front row view. Give me the over 56 points.
I saw it at 55.5 today.
Give me the over 55.5.
That's what I'm taking as well, for pretty much verbatim what you guys said. Austin Reed, he's staying with Western Kentucky. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he entered the portal and then decided to come back to Western Kentucky.
It's very possible.
That's what I'm pretty sure I read today. And like you both said, they love to throw the ball. They're going to move the ball downfield a lot. South Alabama does have a good defense.
Oh, their quarterback. Yes, their quarterback is there. Quarterback's playing.
Yeah, Reed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I think, like you said, LaDamian Webb.
Yeah.
I know they use a couple of running backs, but he's been having success as of late. He'll be able to run the ball and open up that offense as well. So
No, yeah, he's a
I think
stud.
it could be a shootout.
Yeah, I think, you're in the Dome, you're on turf.
Yeah.
I'm just give me some points.
No weather.
I honestly, I lean South Alabama. That's who I was looking at, but it worries me with Western Kentucky, just their style. It's conflicting styles. So I think that it worries me that the weakness of South Alabama's defense, in my opinion, is the secondary. So for me, I felt like the safer bet was just to take the over. I don't know. I like South Alabama, though, as I like them better as a team. Who did Western Kentucky just got killed by somebody, did they not?
That's the thing you look at. I think South Alabama's got 2 losses by a combined 5 points.
So North Texas, yeah.
To
No,
UCLA by 1,
yes.
and then to Troy by 4.
UCLA was on the road too. No, they're very good.
Yeah, they lost 10-6 to Troy, then 32-31 to UCLA. It's like,
So I think South Alabama is pretty similar to North Texas. North Texas beat the shit out of Western Kentucky. North Texas is good at running the ball. They have a capable quarterback who he makes some dumbass decisions, but he can throw a pretty good ball whenever he's not like falling asleep in the pocket. I think that's a pretty comparable team, but obviously South Alabama's better. So North Texas beat them 40-13. So we need them to score one more touchdown in that, but that score could be replicated.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just on the over as well, but I did have it written down because if I did take a lean, it would be South Alabama. I like momentum going into these bowl games, and ever since they lost that game to Troy, these past 5 games, they've just been scoring the ball at will, averaging 32 a game, and they're hot right now. So
Yeah, I mean, they just allowed 31 points to FAU, who's not good.
Right.
So the Western Kentucky defense has problems. I don't know. I would lean South Alabama, but I feel better. I feel better taking the over. Very well could add South Alabama, but as of right now, I'm just going to stick with the over 55.5. Like I said, we will be in attendance. That's the lone game for Wednesday. So next up, Thursday, you got the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. This one's interesting.
Lockheed Martin,
You like them?
they're right next to me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Air Force plays in this bowl a good bit. 5 times, to be exact, under their head coach.
Yeah.
So you got Baylor taking on Air Force in Fort Worth, Texas. So a little bit of a advantage there for Baylor, perhaps. Baylor's 4-point favorites. The total sits at 43. How do you feel about this one? You feel confident?
No.
All right. So
Straight up.
I'll go first. An underwhelming second season for Dave Aranda and Baylor. Has them in the Armed Forces Bowl, as I just said, against Air Force. Baylor has a serious problem when it comes to getting off the field, 120th ranked third down defense. Zeke Daniels played very well last year in the bowl game. 9 of 10 passing, 252 yards, 2 touchdowns. He added 2 more touchdowns on the ground. It's going to be cold, 32 degrees. Doesn't really mean shit. I'm going to take Air Force with the points here, +4. They're on a 3-game win streak when it comes to bowl games. That's about all I got. I don't like this Baylor defense. I really don't. Last time I saw them, I bet against them. I bet on Cal when they played, West Virginia. But they're pretty much, they lost their last 3 games. I know they played TCU close, but are they really going to be up for the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl? Air Force, Armed Forces, they live for this.
Yeah, I'm on Air Force as well.
Are we ever going to be on opposites?
Because
I thought that might have been the one. You love
it's
Dave
just,
Aranda.
you get you just wonder, Baylor was in position to maybe even get into the title game for the Big 12, and then all of a sudden they barely make a bowl game.
Yeah,
so
and that's where I'm like,
maybe Air Force is more motivated here. I don't know. I would guess so. So I'm going Air Force +4.
I think they're going to be more motivated. And they always get the short end of the stick. It's always Army-Navy.
Yeah.
Army-Navy's the big game, so they're just over there like, we're the best out of all of y'all. But so this is their chance to go out and smack Baylor around. Joseph, which side are you on?
I'm on the same +4. It's worth mentioning, like you did already. It's
Liberty,
in Fort
baby.
Worth.
7-0.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Damn. Wait, are you? Oh, you're on Toledo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in Fort Worth, so Baylor crowd should show up, but
will they though?
Yeah.
32 degrees.
They're not showing up.
No,
Believe me.
it's the weather.
No,
they don't give a
nobody
shit.
goes to this stupid shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're 6-6.
Make a 64-team playoff for the college football.
That would be electric.
64.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to see that though?
Well, they're saying 12, right?
You'll have Alabama playing like
Yeah.
fucking like Central Michigan.
Yeah.
Or not even. It'd be worse than that.
Right.
64 teams.
It's about half of the
Yeah.
So to be in the top 60
Alabama
in anything,
playing UConn, beating them by fucking 95
it
points.
would be something. Right now there's 80 I mean, what, 43 bowl games? So you got
Yeah.
over 80
84.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If it's yeah. Oh yeah, 86. Sorry.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to mention was I'm putting a little bit more attention into the momentum going into these games. I know it could swing or switch with people not playing, injuries, transfer portal, etc.
Well, that's a big fucking.
But look
issue,
at
is
Shapen.
figuring it out.
These past
Well, he's
these
a
past
trash bag.
3 games. Yeah, he's had 5 picks as opposed to 3 touchdowns in these
Yeah.
past 3 games, and so I think Air Force is #1 overall defense, or scoring defense, and yards allowed. I think that could stop Baylor pretty easily, and they'll do enough on the ground. We know what they do on offense, so.
Yeah, you'd hope. Chaos always ensues in these goddamn bowl games, but I think we're all on the right side there. So, all right, next up is going to be my lock. So I won't be giving this out to the end. But Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, you got UL versus Houston. Houston's 7.5-point favorites. The over-under sits at 57. Are either one of y'all, well, you're definitely going to have a play, but is either one of this your lock?
No.
It's not my lot.
Well, let's see.
I'll go, though.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go with Houston here, laying the points, 6.5 over UL. Games being played in Shreveport. Don't really think that makes much of a difference, even with UL being not too far away. Well, Houston wouldn't be that much far.
It's not
further
that far
away either.
Yeah.
But I think the Houston offense is going to be too much. Toon, he's tied for the lead in touchdowns in the nation at 37 with Caleb Williams and C.J. Stroud. Their leading receiver, Tank Dell, declared for the draft, but he is going to play. He's 3rd in the nation in catches and yards, and he's tied for 1st in touchdowns. They're really good on offense, but they're susceptible defensively just as well.
Fucking horrible on defense.
Yeah, so I mean, I could see UL keeping it close, but I think ultimately the offense for Houston is just too much, and they cover this by the touchdown.
Okay, Nick.
Yeah, like you said, Nathaniel Dell and Clayton Tune are expected to play. I don't trust Houston's defense whatsoever, so I'm going to go over 56.5.
Okay.
Understandable.
And I would lean UL because of the defense. I mean, we've seen it time and time. It was impressive that they were able to smash Eastern Carolina, but other than that, then they dropped the next game against Tulsa.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, I know. No consistency.
you could say that Tulsa and UL are relatively evenly, like they're close teams to each other.
Yeah, comparable. All right, the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Gasparilla? Which one is it?
Rilla.
Okay.
Gasparilla.
Gasparilla.
Wake Forest, Missouri. Wake Forest is 1-point favorites. Over under sits at 58.5. Who's got a lean here?
Y'all can go. That's my lock.
This is a fucking shit show of a matchup.
is.
I hate this. Is your lock? Oh
Yeah,
God,
unfortunate.
Joseph's taking Wake
And we
Forest.
know I'm on Wake Forest. Come on.
My God.
Come on, guys.
Well, come on.
What do you want from me?
Come on.
I wouldn't bet this game, all right?
I'm going to be honest, and it's not because you're on Wake Forest. I was leaning Missouri.
Ugh.
I don't think Wake Forest is going to give a shit about this game.
Sam Hartman's going to throw for 500.
In Missouri with Drinkwitz, they suck. And they backdoored their way into a bowl. He's going to have his team fired up because he's playing for a job. He's coaching for his job.
Yeah, but they're missing some guys on defense.
Who exactly?
Shit, if I know.
Some edge rushers, I think.
Where are you leaning?
Missouri.
Give me the Tigers.
This is a trap.
That's what I think. Why is it a 1-point favorite? Why is it a
Yeah.
1-point game?
Well, Missouri's low key kind of good.
But Wake Forest defense is high key.
I mean, you
kinda
saw them.
shit.
They were in the game with Georgia the whole time.
Yeah, they beat Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, they're not playing bad lately as well. So, yeah, I think it's just concerning how bad Wake Forest's defense is.
Yes.
And then at times they've struggled to get the running game going. Missouri's defense isn't bad, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't think Missouri's going to be able to is really going to struggle that much offensively just because Wake Forest's defense is so bad.
Yeah. No, yeah, it is. Everybody moves the ball in Wake
North
Forest.
Carolina, it's like going against air when they played Wake Forest.
Yeah.
I know Drake May's really good, but I'm just saying it was.
Yeah,
just
but we
like,
watched him struggle late down the stretch. So, yeah, I'm taking Missouri as well. I think that it's more likely that Drinkwitz has his team fired up and ready to roll. He's coaching for his job. He sucks. I feel like he's. I mean, they were considered the worst team in the SEC. Them and Vanderbilt. But then next thing you know, they rally off wins.
Yeah, beat Arkansas, huh?
Well, they had to win their last two. They played New Mexico State, obviously, which is New Mexico State.
I mean, they should have beat Auburn. We saw what happened there.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yep.
With the player.
Yeah, 100%.
Fumbling.
You leave it up to that fat-ass kicker. That's what you get.
It's like they're better than their record is, I think. But
yeah, no, give me Missouri. Give me Missouri. All right. The easy post Hawaii Bowl. Middle Tennessee versus San Diego State. San Diego State 7-point favorites. Over-under sits at 49. I would love for y'all to sway me on a side here. I don't have much.
I struggled.
The fact that the total sits at 49 makes me lean Middle Tennessee +7. But yeah, what do you got?
I mean, I haven't seen
I would never fucking bet this game if we didn't have to. Lead us to the water.
I'm gonna go San Diego State.
Okay. Why is that?
No, I mean, I watched them against New Mexico, which was their second to last game. They made like a late change at quarterback, and later on in the season, they do have, and it seemed like it gave them a spark.
Or is
No,
it not as good as it was? I mean, they have a better defense. Middle Tennessee gives up over 400 yards.
Yeah, they have the better defense. I just think that since they've kind of developed somewhat of a passing game, the offense is a much different. Like statistically, what you see there for the year is kind of misleading.
They played
as of late.
Oh, I bet you that was when Hainer was out. I was going to say they played Fresno. No, Hainer played. They played Fresno close.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to put up points against Fresno State, which we saw Washington State struggle to do.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. Yeah, they're saying going to be that we haven't been
so
on
I'm on
sides all year.
San Diego State.
Yeah, they're saying going to be the first one
On the
because I don't have a fucking strong lean about this. So give me San Diego State as well. -7. Can see the future on this one. All right. Next up, the Quick Lane Bowl. You have New Mexico State. Boy, do I love this fucking game. New Mexico State versus Bowling Green. Bowling Green is 3.5-point favorites. Over-under sits at 47.5.
This is my lot.
Oh, man. Well, we'll have to wait and see.
We're going to be on different sides.
Give me New Mexico State +3.5. I started this season with New Mexico State, and damn it, I am going to end it with New Mexico State. Old Jerry Kill and his sideline seizures is going to have the Aggies ready to roll. Outside of a game against Mizzou, Diego Pavia is playing his best football. Last 5 games, he has 11 touchdowns, 1 interception. This is including the game against Mizzou. 11 touchdowns, 1 pick, 4 more touchdowns on the ground. Pavia has cemented himself as the starter. It looked like he was goddamn Johnny Manziel for 1 quarter, and then it looked like he was retarded for 3 quarters. So, sorry. I'm going to get canceled. Give me New Mexico State +3.5. Jerry Kill is going to have these guys ready to go bowling. Diego Pavia is about to put his name on the map. So, tread lightly. All right. Which side are you on?
Same side.
Let's roll. Oh, man.
Now,
You're going to go against the family? You bet on them so many. They did you right. They fucked me all year.
What do y'all know about where's this game being played? Ford Field, Michigan? Is that
Detroit.
Is that an open stadium or
No.
dome?
Yeah,
It's a dome.
That's Detroit.
It's where the Lions play.
I didn't know if they had a dome or not. Okay, well makes it a little better. At least it won't be freezing cold because I'm sure it's freezing cold in Michigan right now.
Yeah, Bowling Green's defense is horrible.
Well, I have it written down. They lost to Kent State 40-6. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's MAC, so chaos happens in the MAC, but they give up over 420 yards. New Mexico State's defense is not bad until you throw on them, and then their secondary is fucking trash. He's taking Bowling Green. That's gonna be his. That's gonna be his. Yeah, no, I mean
I'm going with momentum here again. New Mexico State. Coming fresh off of a Liberty.
But don't. Okay, I was going to say don't. The Liberty wins
Smashing
impressive.
Liberty.
Don't take Valpo into too
No,
much
I mean,
consideration.
65 points is a lot.
Yeah, or
but
Lamar.
it's Valpo.
Who have they played? Who have they beaten?
Liberty.
Liberty.
That's probably about it.
That's it.
Yeah.
They beat UMass on the road.
Yeah, UMass is the
You
second
held
to worst
UMass
team.
in a high regard last week.
UMass is the second to worst team in the country.
Yeah.
You held them in a high
FIU
regard.
is the third to worst team in the country.
Yeah, well, they should have covered against Minnesota. They lost. They was 37.5-point spread. They nearly had it. They lost by 38. Wisconsin. Actually, they beat Hawaii.
They haven't played one good offense.
Oh, he's on Bowling Green.
Yeah, definitely.
This team did you so well earlier in the
Definitely.
year.
I've also won money betting against them.
Yeah, with Wisconsin.
A double win.
That one was put
first
on
half and
that
full
one was
game,
put on a
66-7.
That one was put on a tee for you.
66-7. Well, we know
You're
what
gonna
both of our
back
locks
That
are.
was back when
You're
I
gonna
was
go
smacking them all out the fucking park. I've been striking.
I tell you what, you
them
better
out.
pray to God that Jerry Kill doesn't have a seizure. If he has a seizure on the sideline, that's going to rally the fucking troops, dude. And he has them every now and then. So
All right.
if they see their head coach seizing up on the sideline, done fucking deal. I nearly made this one my lock. So something's got to give.
Something.
Let's see. We move on to the bulk of this week's games. Tuesday, December 27th. Kick it off with the Camellia Bowl, or as my GPS says, the Camellia Bowl. When I go to Lafayette, I put it in the GPS. They say Camellia Boulevard. Georgia Southern, Buffalo. Georgia Southern -3.5. This one is fucking brutal. I'll tell you that.
What you got?
I don't have much.
Let's hear it.
I mean, I've seen both of these teams. I've seen Georgia Southern, and I hate Georgia Southern just for what it's worth. Yeah, I do. Big
Why?
time. Because their defense is fucking so bad, and Van Treese is a damn idiot.
Yeah, but come on. Trees could get it going.
Man. I really would never touch this game either. They're coming off a 51-48 win over App State, who also fucking sucks. I don't know. Does anybody feel good about this?
No.
Do you?
I don't feel bad.
You don't? Okay, well, you go.
I'm going with Georgia Southern.
Okay.
As am I.
Just because
The defense, though, dude.
Yeah, but I mean,
It fucking worries me so bad. Because Buffalo, if they can establish the run, how do you give up 240 yards a game on the ground?
Yeah.
How do you do that? I don't. I fucking hate.
I mean, I'm just trusting that. I think their offense can kind of,
Can we find a lean on who's going to be more fired up in this one? Like, is there anything out there?
Oh, definitely.
What?
Georgia Southern.
Why?
Dude. Fired up after getting here.
Yeah, like
After App State.
Who snuck in? They both did.
Yeah.
They both had to win
How
their
many
last game to
wins?
become bowl eligible. They're both 6-6.
Definitely Georgia Southern, dude. After beating App State in overtime. Van Treese is going to be fired up.
God damn.
I mean, we know what they're going to do.
And the total's at 67.5.
Yeah.
So that leads me to think that they're not really believing that Buffalo's going to be able to stop them very much.
Right.
Dude, I fucking hate this game, dude. I hate this game so much. This is my least favorite. Honestly, this whole day is going to be a shit show, and I already fucking know it. I'll take Georgia Southern. Ah, Christ.
We just need Van Treese to not turn the ball over a lot.
Yeah. He every now and then he comes out and he looks not like a fucking idiot.
No, and they can run the ball themselves
Yes.
at times. I mean, they average 7 yards per carry against a good Marshall defense who ranked, in the top 10 in terms of rushing
I think
Yeah.
8th.
in the
maybe.
nation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Georgia Southern's offense kind of takes over. I don't have much respect for teams in the MAC.
Yeah, no. All right. So next game up on Tuesday, Memphis and Utah. I mean, this is just the battle of the fucking snooze fest games. Memphis, Utah State. In the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl, Memphis 7.5-point favorites. This one fucking sucks too, dude.
I hate the half, but
This sucks too. Total sits at 61.5. Is it anybody have any info? Anybody out? Anybody transferring? Anybody declaring? I couldn't find shit.
yeah, me neither.
Could you?
There's not much to find.
Fuck.
This one's tough if you're going the spread. I went to the total.
I'm going Memphis -7.5. Just because of strictly how bad Utah State's defense is.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Memphis can just control the ground game and put up some points.
Okay, so I would lean over.
That's what I'm going. I just hope Utah State can do enough
That's the only thing.
to get us there, you know? But Memphis's offense isn't bad.
Fuck. I fucking hate this shit. It's
Yeah,
gonna
they
be
can
it's
run the
gonna be
ball some.
3-3 at halftime.
Over 61.5.
Give it to me. Motherfucker. All right, this one has potential to be a good game. A lot of storylines going on in this one. You've got the Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl, Coastal Carolina versus East Carolina, Battle of the Carolinas.
In Alabama.
What? Oh, in
In
Birmingham.
Alabama.
Yes. ECU, 7.5-point favorites. The total sits at 62. So, noteworthy, Grayson McCall, final game as a Chanticleer. And then Coach,
It's for sure. He's not going to change his mind or anything.
he's currently still in the portal. But Jamie Chatwell's leaving.
Yeah.
So, he's gone. That's his guy. He might follow him.
No, I mean,
He's playing.
he's definitely going to play.
That's what he said.
Oh, yeah, as far as I fucking
Yeah, that's
see.
what I
said.
say. I'm just waiting for someone to be like,
Okay,
After-
so
further thought.
I'm taking
done.
What did y'all get this spread at?
8.5.
7.5.
Okay, so I saw 8. So we'll because I'm reading off of this fucking computer, but
Yeah, I saw 8.5.
I wrote all of these down this morning. I'm gonna go 8.
All right, I'll go 8 too.
Give me Coastal Carolina.
As well.
It's the end of an era.
Yeah.
It's
Y'all have to go Coastal.
It's almost would be sacrilegious to not back
Yeah.
Coastal Carolina here. We were on ECU against somebody, and they looked very underwhelming. I know they are.
Cincinnati.
Good. Was that who it was?
They won. I mean, they should have won. They covered, though. It was my lock of the week.
That's not the one I'm thinking. I don't think, at least. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to take Coastal. You going ECU?
No, I'm going Coastal.
Nice.
Grayson McCall's going to put that goddamn team on his back.
Hell yeah.
But the question is he really still banged up and he's just doing this for like as a PR move?
No.
You think he's fully healthy?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, you got God, it's like on a platter. Like everyone's going to be like, McCall's playing.
Well, ECU's
Exactly
weakness,
what we're saying.
ECU's weakness is their secondary.
Yeah, but Coastal
They have a good run defense.
sucks.
Well, Coastal's has a sneaky good run defense as well.
ECU's defense is not good either, though.
Right. They both have decent run defenses.
Not really.
Yeah, I saw ECU ranking at 19th in the country in run defense, and Coastal
Well,
37th.
I'm referring to Coastal more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're only giving up 20 more yards a game on the ground than ECU.
Totals at 62. Yeah, give me the Chanticleers +8. And then the last one, I guess, that we're doing for this week is a fucking tough one.
Yep.
The battle of portal quarterbacks. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Wisconsin versus Oklahoma State. Wisconsin's 3.5-point favorites with a total sitting at 43. Graham Mertz in the portal going. Can't remember where he went. Memphis, maybe? Or Louisville? It was one of those. Maybe even Kentucky in that around there. Graham Mertz is in the portal. Spencer Sanders is also in the portal. What are you celebrating?
First down.
Toledo scored?
Nope.
Oh,
First
we're
down.
celebrating first downs. Spencer Sanders also in the portal.
Yeah.
You got anything?
What a shit game.
How do you handicap this?
Is Allen playing?
I don't know.
He's sticking with
I would
Wisconsin.
assume
Is
if
he
he's
banged up, is he?
if he's fucking, how would they be favored if he wasn't? Because if you look at who's played quarterback for Wisconsin, Allen is their second best. So it's like, who is playing? Probably Miles Burkett. They got a big transfer, actually. So they have Luke Fickell, obviously, is going to be the head coach, but then they got the guy from Oklahoma. What was his name? The backup at Oklahoma. Highly touted high school recruit. I think he did his first year at Oklahoma redshirted, and then he's now going to Wisconsin. I'm fucking blanking on his name, but he's good.
Yeah, I'm on the under with neither of the QBs.
It's so low.
Yep.
I mean, really, I don't know. It's really not that low.
43.5.
I'm on Wisconsin.
Oklahoma State sucks.
They
dude.
suck.
Their defense
Sanders
is so
was
bad.
the only thing they had.
Jim Knowles, too. The ghost of Jim
Sanders
Knowles
was
is
the
walking the
only
hallways
thing they
over there
had.
at Oklahoma State as they're just giving up deep ball after deep ball touchdown. But they can't stop the run. Honestly, if Wisconsin has any sense, they put Braylon Allen in Wildcat the entire fucking game. Because they are successful doing that. Oklahoma State can't stop the run. I'll take Wisconsin. Defense travels. I mean, who's going to give a fuck about this bowl?
Yeah.
New coach. Hey, Gundy worries me because Gundy's kid is also a quarterback. With Spencer Sanders gone, it's probably not going to be Gundy's kid who plays. It'll probably be Garrett Rangel. Not very good. He's 53% completion percentage, only attempted 482 passes. I'm sorry. Only attempted 84 passes for 482 yards. I was going to say, Jesus Christ, this kid's been airing it out all year. 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. So, and then Gundy's kid's down there fucking warming the bench. So, but maybe he throws him out there because it's a meaningless game in the grand scheme of things, and maybe he gets shit on. What are you taking? You said you under. Okay.
43.5.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see any big time news in terms of Wisconsin defensive players sitting out, anything like that. Braylon Allen will be the best player on the field, in my opinion. He is confirmed to be coming back. Is that what you said?
Yeah, no, he's coming back to Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, they've got way more.
I mean, who knows if he wants to play in this game, though? I mean, you just never know with these people.
No, I know.
Okay.
But he's probably making NIL money. So, let's see. See if we can find anything really quick. I was looking earlier. I didn't see shit. Yeah, I mean, it says he's ready to play. Okay, he is healthy for... Okay, from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, Braylon Allen is healthy for the upcoming Guaranteed Rate Bowl and eager to become a more vocal leader in 2023. Will lead by example, motherfucker, and go out there and rush for 280 yards. Wisconsin's the play. All right, so... We gotta. It's gonna be interesting with these locks. Well, we already know. Yeah, we already know. That's gonna be the first one. You're going against the family. All right, so that is our bets for the College Bowl week. Now all we have left, the most important bets of the week. At least Nick's is the most important bet of the week. He comes into the lock portion of this episode sitting at 14-2-1 against the spread, and I will let you lead it off.
Well, y'all already know I'm going with Bowling Green.
Oh, my God.
I just think New Mexico State, if there's any team that didn't belong to make a bowl, it's them.
You're going to get a front row view of Diego Pavia, dude.
Diego Pavia, yeah, right.
Come on. I mean, you got anything on it?
I mean, I just wrote down both of these teams are lucky to even be in a bowl game, especially New Mexico State. They can really struggle to move the ball at times. I think Bowling Green can take advantage through the air. New Mexico State's defense is a lot worse than those statistics suggest. They haven't played not one good offense. So even though Bowling Green has kind of struggled on defense, I don't know if I trust New Mexico State to be able to take advantage. So I'm going Bowling Green -3.5.
Doesn't worry you how well Pavi has been playing.
No, it doesn't.
11 touchdowns, 1 pick, 4 rushing
Okay.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
All right. Joseph said he's big on momentum. Diego Pavi has got Heisman momentum behind him right now. If the year just started 4 weeks ago, he'd be in the Heisman conversation. All right, my lock of the week. ULL versus Houston in the Radiance Technology Independence Bowl. Michael Jefferson for UL will not play, leading receiver. Andre Jones, linebacker, second on the team in sacks, will not play. But Tank Dell will play. Clayton Tune will play. Give me Houston, -6.5. Ben Woolridge is hurt for UL. Fields will be the starter. I do not like Fields. Woolridge is better. Part of me really wanted to take UL, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think I can lean on the defense here, though. The big deal with Houston is the fact that they allow Clayton Tune to get sacked at a fucking drastic rate. You take away the second sack leader on the team for UL's defense. Offensively, I don't think that I don't like the offense when Fields is running it. I don't think that they'll be able to contain Houston. I'm hoping they won't. Give me Houston -6.5 is my lock of the week. Tank Dell really likes Clayton Tune. Said he would be coming back if Clayton Tune wasn't graduating. So they're going to go out and put on a show. So what is your lock of the week, Joseph?
Wake Forest -1.5. So going against you guys, Isaiah McGuire, leading edge rusher for Mizzou, is out.
Leading ass rusher.
Leading ass eater.
Oh, God.
Leading edge rusher for Mizzou, he's out. They're missing some other defensive guys on all levels of defense. I don't think they'll be able to stop Hartman. So I'm gonna take Hartman in their offense because their defense isn't doing it.
So you're not worried that the well has run dry for your
No, I'm gonna go drink from it.
for your go-to teams.
No, man.
You just got snaked.
Oh,
by
blah,
Washington
blah,
State.
blah.
Washington State just fucking embarrassed us.
It was the first time all year, all right?
No, it was not.
Whatever.
I told you against Washington that I didn't
Whatever,
like
dude.
it.
He didn't even. Cam Ward played amazing.
Against who?
Washington.
Oh, I was going to say not last week. All right, there you go.
Oh, it's in Tampa too.
Who gives a shit?
Well, you know, Brady, Hartman.
What?
You know,
No.
like he's the next Tom Brady type of thing.
Yeah,
So
he played great.
he'll show everybody.
When he threw 5 interceptions in the third quarter.
Against Louisville.
All right, to recap, in the New Orleans Bowl, like I said, we will be in the building. Give me the over 55.5. In the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, Air Force +4. My lock of the week in the Radiance Technology Independence Bowl, Houston -6.5. Give me Missouri +1 in the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Give me San Diego State -7, Easy Post Hawaii Bowl. New Mexico State +3.5, Jerry Kill. Just stay conscious, Jerry, and we're going to lead the Aggies to a outright win here, +3.5 in the Quick Lane Bowl. Georgia Southern -3.5. Over 61 in the Serve Pro First Responders Bowl, Memphis, Utah State. Coastal Carolina +8. The last ride for Grayson McCall. Is Jamie Chatwell coaching? Is he going to be on the sideline, or is he?
I don't think
is he
he's
out?
here.
Coastal +8 in the Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl. And the last play of the week, Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Give me Wisconsin -3.5 in a shit show of a game where nobody knows who's taking snaps under center.
I have South Alabama -4, Air Force +4, the UL Houston over 56.5, Missouri +1, San Diego State -7. I have Bowling Green -3.5 as my lock of the week. Georgia Southern -3.5. The Memphis Utah State over 61.5. Coastal Carolina +8. And Wisconsin -3.5.
Okay, Joseph.
All right. Tomorrow, I have Western Kentucky, South Alabama going over 55.5. I have Air Force +4 over Baylor. I have Houston -6.5 over UL. My lock of the week is Wake Forest -1 over Missouri. I'm going on the under in the Middle Tennessee San Diego State game, 49.5. New Mexico State +3 over Bowling Green. Going Georgia Southern -3.5 over Buffalo. Memphis minus 7.5 over Utah State. Coastal Carolina to cover +8 against East Carolina. And Wisconsin, Oklahoma State under 43.5.
All right, there you go. That is our best bets for the second week of bowl season. We keep marching on, trying to pick up the pieces from last week, which clearly did not go the way we wanted it to. But that's the way it goes. But Nick sits at, okay, yeah, I didn't do the updated records. 4-7 on the week for me brings me to 64, 68-4. 7-9-1 in my locks of the week. 5-8, another down week for Nick, but he's still, I say that came out the wrong way that I meant it to. Even with the down week, still sitting at a leading 60, 52-6. 6 pushes?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess I got 4. 14-2-1 in his locks of the week. I don't care what fraudulent account you're looking at or paying your money to some scam artist. They're not going 14-2-1 over the course of an entire season for their best bets of the week. Joseph went 5-6, brings him to 29-37-1, 8-8 in his locks of the week. So we look ahead to Week 16 of the NFL slate. We will recap last week. Thursday night, Seahawks +3.5 did not go the way we wanted it to. The 49ers are good, no matter who's playing quarterback. That is just a good football team. Fell into the trap with the Seahawks there. It is what it is. And then we rallied off some wins, 3 in a row to be exact. The Browns -2.5 was my lock of the week on Saturday. They cover. They win outright. Or obviously, they cover. 2.5. Jaguars +4.5 against the Cowboys. They got down early and then made a remarkable comeback. They end up getting the outright win in overtime thanks to a Dak Prescott pick 6. Lions +1 on the road against the Jets. They win this one as well outright in a funky game. But we rally off 3 straight. Then I made the mistake of adding a play on Twitter, but we're honorable. So here we go. 3-2 on the week. Chargers, Titans over 46. Ryan Tannehill gets banged up on the first drive, ends up coming back. Didn't matter. Austin Eckler also got banged up throughout the game, came back as well. Very low scoring. 3-2 on the week for me. We'll take a positive week. 3-1 would have been much better if I would have just stuck with what I had. You go 1-1-1.
Yeah, I had the Seahawks on Thursday night. Then I had the Browns on Saturday. That was my lock of the week, the only bet that I won.
Most important.
And then I had the Titans +3. We push here. The Chargers kicked the go-ahead field goal with very little time left.
Yep. Joseph, you went 2-3-1. You were also on the Seahawks. You were also on the under 43.5. That cash. Bills -7.5. Don't even know what happened there. You went back to the well with the Saints. We tried to warn you. We're a dumpster fire.
They should have covered.
They should have, but we fucking suck. So, 3 point. We nearly tried to blow it.
Yeah.
We tried to blow the game. Lions +1. You were on that as well as I. Good pick. Chargers -3. You were on it with Nick. You pushed there. 2-3-1 brings you to 25-34-2. 3-10-1. And the lock record is fucking atrocious though.
Yeah.
3-10-1 in your locks of the week.
It's been really terrible in NFL.
Yeah. So we're
Highly
rapidly
touted guy.
between you and I, we're rapidly turning into an NFL podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, your college record's still very good, but it was much, much better.
There's still plenty of games left.
There is. But, I mean, yeah, you've got the lock record to hang your hat on for sure. But we're both positive in the NFL. We're both positive in our locks. One would say we're an NFL podcast. So with that being said, we will turn our attention to Week 16. You got Thursday, you got Saturday, you got a shitload on Saturday because Christmas is on Sunday, but we do have 3 games on Christmas Day, and then you've got Monday. So Thursday, Jaguars and Jets, which is a sneaky good game here. Even spread, Jets at home. Zach Wilson.
1.5 today.
Oh, I see even.
Yeah, it's even now.
Okay.
1.5 which way?
The Jets were favorites.
Yeah.
They were? Okay.
No, I saw them as dogs.
Well, it might be
On
moving
FanDuel.
around.
Yeah,
At
it's
times I saw.
moving around.
Oh, that's a good point because I did see it. No, on FanDuel they were like +1.5,
Yeah.
but -122 or some shit, and then on all the other ones they were -1 or -0.5.
Yeah.
But regular odds.
Yeah. Jaguars are kind of playing with some juice right now. Jaguars are also not bad. This is a tough one. I think this is going to be a good game, but this is a tough one. Jets defense is very good. Their quarterback's an idiot, but I don't know. Which way are you leaning?
I'm going with the Jets.
At home?
Yeah.
You think Zach Wilson's gonna?
I don't know. I just hope he doesn't, do too much.
Yeah, he's kind of really dumb. Like, he makes some fucking stupid decisions that kind of freak me out a little bit. So, so I do see the Jets getting one. I'm gonna take the Jets +1. I just saw that confirmed. So give me the Jets +1 at home. I live or die by the home dog getting points on a primetime game, and it has not been doing me any favors the last few weeks. But I believe in the Jets defense. They do have a very good defense. So, Joseph, what are you taking?
Jets +1.
I would lean under too. I know it's a very low number. I would lean under. Not gonna take it, but what do y'all think about the Saints line?
Yeah, that's a low total.
Well, that's like the
31.
lowest. That might be the lowest total I've ever seen in the NFL.
Yeah.
So, but 2.5-point underdogs on the road against the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That defense is gonna fucking shit down Andy Dalton's throat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
taking the Browns.
Taking the
I never bet against the Saints, but this might be the fucking year, dude.
You got to take the money. All right.
Oh God, they're gonna go out and lay a 40 piece on them if we bet against them.
Yeah, Andy Dalton's gonna throw for 7 touchdowns.
But no, I mean we just had Allgeier run all over us for 156 yards. Now you got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Like, I mean, our defense is fucking good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, my God, 32 on the total.
And I think the Browns still, I mean, even though they covered and won last week, there's still some untapped potential, I think, there. I don't think that they totally gotten it all figured out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this could be the point where, like, they string together a couple wins, and even if they don't make the playoffs, they build that momentum for next season with Watson. Are you taking the Browns?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Give me the Browns. It's the first time ever in the 4 seasons of doing this podcast, I think at least, that I've bet against the Saints. It doesn't even feel right. It feels weird. And I haven't placed a bet, but it doesn't feel right. Joseph, are you on this game?
No.
Which side would you lean?
I mean, my head says Browns, but
Then
I'd probably go Saints now since y'all are both on Browns.
Whatever that means. That would be a
'Cause-
mistake on your part,
Well, that
judging
way
by
one
your
of us-
record and our records.
That way one of us could be on the Saints if they win.
They fucked us so many
What is it?
times this year.
2?
It is 1. No, 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely Browns is the play. It's not even a question. In Cleveland?
Yeah, I mean, what type of weather are we talking about here? It's probably to be pretty cold, huh?
Probably.
Yeah, but Andy Dalton's our quarterback. He played in Cincinnati. We got a lot of Ohio State guys.
I don't care what the weather is. As far as Andy Dalton
I can
goes.
tell Andy Dalton doesn't like the cold.
You can.
Yeah.
He played for the Bengals for like the longest.
And how good was he?
Not that good. Wasn't horrible, but not that good.
What's y'all's next pick?
The games are funky this week, to be honest. What is your next pick?
I'm taking the Titans -5.
Really?
At home playing
Is
the Texans.
Tannehill's not banged up, right? I mean,
He's pretty hobbled. He looked like he wasn't.
He came back in and tied it up.
I mean, he's questionable, but
You expecting the Titans to
run it all over him.
No, I'm sorry. Are you expecting the Texans to throw in the towel? Number 1 pick?
I mean, at this point, I think they've put Pierce on IR. So,
And Derek Stingley as well.
so yeah, I mean, I think
So they're conserving their young guys.
if those guys if they were trying to win games, they wouldn't be, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Joseph, what is your next play?
Back to the Lions, -2.5.
Interesting.
Playing away in Carolina. I still like the Lions right now. NFL's sweetheart right now. They're hot.
I would lean.
I think them two. I think that the Lions and Packers last game of the season will be an interesting one. So I see the Lions winning.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take Dallas with the points.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hurts banged up.
might play.
Yeah, but I don't know. They
Even
only
with
have to.
Hurts?
I think they have to win one of their next 3 to secure the division, or is it to secure the number 1 seed? Philly. They either have to win one of their next 3 to win the division, or I think it's to secure the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
So they don't need this game.
But they damn sure won it.
I mean, I'm gonna take the Cowboys. Cowboys are very good at home, so
What is it at, 5?
4.5.
Okay.
Um.
I got one more and then my lot.
Okay. I am also going to take. Oh God, am I gonna do that? I'm gonna take the Buccaneers -6.5. I keep fucking doing it with this stupid idiot Tom Brady. Buccaneers -6.5 Sunday night against the Cardinals.
Huh.
What?
I would have thought you went with Cardinals here. Home dog.
With goddamn
Prime time.
Colt McCoy, who's also getting banged
Yeah, I
up.
hear you. I know you like the dogs on prime time.
Okay. Yeah, all I have left is my lock
I got one more. I'm gonna go Vikings -3.5 at home.
against.
Shit, who was it? I forgot. It doesn't really matter. I would take them against the Eagles.
Stop it. Vikings
No, I just saw it. They're
-3.5.
playing
The
the
Giants.
Giants, yeah.
I don't love that.
Yeah.
Giants are scrappy.
Yeah. Vikings after last week.
You
I
have
mean,
just your lock left?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. That's all I had.
Okay. And you have just your lock left.
Yeah. You think about adding?
No. I feel pretty good about my lock. It's the only one I feel really good about, to be honest.
I do too.
I'm interested to see if anybody else is on it. Okay.
So who's leading the way? Nicholas?
Who's leading the way? Yeah, you're leading the way in lock, so we'll let you go. You want me to go?
Yeah.
The Chargers, -4. The Colts are throwing in the towel. Jeff Saturday came in and just blew the absolute biggest lead in the history of the fucking NFL. You're up 33, and you lose the game outright. They're broken. They're morally broken. Matt Ryan is seeing ghosts for the rest of his life. He needs to retire now. The Chargers sitting at 8-6. Could still backdoor their way into the playoffs, I believe. So I know they're 8-6, not a bad record, but they're in a tough division. Give me the Chargers -4 on the road. The Colts, that's a broken team. When you blow that lead, that's a broken team. Chargers -4, my lock of the week.
Well, they wouldn't backdoor. I'm pretty sure they're actually just jumped into the wild card spot.
Yeah, but I thought, let me see.
Like their percentage to make the playoffs went significantly.
Well, yeah, but it was looking like they weren't going to make the playoffs for a minute. And
Pretty
that's
sure
what-
they're in the wild card now.
Well, yeah. No, I'm not saying. Hold on. Let me pull it up. They are currently in the 6th spot.
Yep.
They jumped 2 spots.
Yeah.
They're second in the AFC West.
Right.
Okay.
What are they playing against?
They are playing against the Colts.
Oh, yeah.
What is your lock of the
Oh, I'm going with the piece of shit Broncos.
Are you really?
-2.5 on Christmas Day against the Los Angeles Rams.
That is a fucking game right there. Okay. The defense is good.
Yeah.
The
so-
defense keeps them in pretty much every game.
And then before Wilson got knocked out, he kind of started to.
Well, he had his best game of the season.
Yeah.
Is he back?
Yeah.
Huh. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah.
-2.5. Broncos country. Let's ride.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that one slipped through the cracks for me. Yeah, come on. That Baker magic, done.
I mean, look, I'm
Baker's
rooting for
back
him.
to the fucking. He's back to the basement. Broncos -2.5. They have too much money tied up into losing every fucking game.
Yeah.
But yeah, realistically, that was his best game of the season. And then he gets sent to another planet if you looked at his eyes when he hit the turf. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. Broncos -2.5. Joseph, what is your lock of the week?
I'm actually surprised none of y'all are on this. Either side.
Is it going to be the Dolphins -4 at home?
Other way.
Oh,
Packers +4.5.
God.
Yes, indeed.
Aaron
Rodgers
Rodgers
is making the playoffs.
Washed.
They will beat Detroit the last game of the season to sneak in
Would that
to the
sneak them in?
playoffs. They'd have to win out, and they need some luck from other teams, but it'll happen.
They are not making the playoffs.
How many wins?
They need
do
some
they
luck.
have?
Six
They're
and
6
8.
and 8.
So if they go 9-8,
They're
Yep.
third in their division.
They need some help.
yeah, they'll have to make it as a They'll need one of them NFC East teams to
Correct.
falter.
And
Are
they
the
will.
Bears second in the division? No way.
No, they're last.
3-11. Who? Oh, it's the Lions.
Yeah.
So they would, yeah. I mean, realistically, I kind of,
I think right now it's all 4 NFC East teams, which used to be the worst division in football, are in the playoffs as we speak.
Rodgers is very aware. He knows exactly the scenario. You heard him in the post game last night.
wow, the
He
Commanders.
was laying everything out on how they can make the playoffs. He knows exactly
Rodgers
what's
is
going
a
on.
stupid idiot, okay?
They're going to probably beat the Dolphins in Miami this week.
Yeah, well, he had that press conference or that post-game interview on the field. He's like, we're not dead. And then he goes
I
out
love
and
it.
fucking gets shit on the next game.
Who was it against?
Oh, I don't know. But somebody edited the video where he's like, they cut out the part where he said not, and it's like, we're dead. As he's
Yeah.
walking off the field.
Well,
Yeah.
he was right. They're not.
I mean,
They're definitely not. I'm telling you, watch.
the
NFL
Dolphins
wants them
do
in
have a
there.
problem on their hands, apparently. They seem to be kind of faltering as of late. So,
I mean, they played a pretty damn good game.
against Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To lose on a last-second field goal in that weather, I was impressed.
Yeah, that was the whole thing about Tua not playing under 50 degrees or some shit. And
Yeah.
they needed heaters on the sidelines when it was like 55 in LA or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. On the road, though, the Dolphins play so much better at home
They do.
than they do on the road. Their defense specifically.
I think we'll see Aaron Rodgers tear their defense up. This will be his best game of the year.
Okay. Yeah, we will see. All right, to recap Thursday, I'm taking the Jets +1. Then I got the Browns +2. And that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right. I'm going to be so fucking pissed, though, if the Saints – that'll be what I deserve. That'll be what – fuck it. Browns +2.5. Dallas -4.5.
Minus.
The Buccaneers – what?
Browns -2.5.
Browns -2.5. Dallas -4.5. Buccaneers -6.5. God damn it. All favorites except one. My lock of the week is the Chargers -4, and I am on Nick's lock of the week, the Broncos -2.5. A lot of fucking road favorites. This is a disaster. This is a disaster. Y'all, nobody wanted to say anything? You just
Broncos
let me
country.
sit here and give out
I
road
mean, at
favorite.
this time, home field, it's everyone needs to win.
Yeah, I know. But y'all just let me sit here and give out road favorite after road favorite. All right. Go ahead.
Jets +1, Browns -2.5, Titans -5, and for the lock of the week, Broncos -2.5. I got 4 plays.
4.
Whoa.
Wow. Is this the first time this year?
No, he got fucking shit canned on Thanksgiving when you fucking. Well, maybe not, but
No, I went 3-2 for that week.
you gave out 6.
No,
You doubled up.
I gave out.
You
just
had
5.
to give out 3.
Yeah, and
on-
then I just gave out 2 more.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
No, I remember.
I remember.
But you went 3 and 2.
Yeah,
I thought you did poorly.
I went 2-1 in the Thanksgiving games, and then
Well, I did bad.
I went 1-1 on the other 2.
All right.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, you would know better than I would.
Thursday night, I got the Jets +1 at home. Going Lions -2.5, Vikings -3.5, and my lock of the week is the Packers on the road in Miami +4.5.
There you go. That is our best bets of the week for college football and the NFL Week 16. I'm ready for playoff football in the NFL. As it gets closer and I like reminisce on years past, I really like playoff football in the NFL. And I love the Super Bowl. Like, I'm super fucking excited for the Super Bowl. But we have a lot of good football before we get to that point. This is a pretty short episode. We're sitting at nearly an hour 20, so I do have a question before we go. I was going to do the top 3 like Christmas movies, but I decided not to worry about it. I mean, if y'all have one that sticks out in your head that you love, you can throw it out. But I heard somebody make the argument that Home Alone was not a Christmas movie.
That's ridiculous.
I was going to say, do y'all feel that way?
No.
Absolutely
That's
not.
the craziest shit I've ever fucking heard.
Whenever somebody mentions Christmas movies, Home Alone's usually at the top of the conversation.
Well, it's one of the best of all time,
Yeah.
in my opinion, for one. Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1, but Home Alone
agree.
1's a classic. I don't get how you say it's not a Christmas movie, though. And there's actually, Lindsay pointed it out to me, there's like I don't know if you call it an Easter egg or whatever, but everything inside the house in Home Alone 1 is red and green. Like, with the exception of, like the fridge and shit like that. But, like, their clothes, the wallpaper, the phone, like, almost everything is red or green.
Well, they're going to New York for Christmas, right?
You idiot. You haven't even seen the movies. No. Are you talking about 1 or 2?
Where Donald Trump was in it.
That's 2.
Yeah.
No, they're going to Florida for Christmas, and he's pissed because he says, who goes to Florida for Christmas? He gets on the wrong flight, goes to New York, has the best Christmas of all time.
That's right.
They're in Florida where it's raining.
That's right. Yeah, he went to a freaking toy shop
In
for Christmas.
In New York, yeah.
Yeah. It's a Christmas movie.
But Home
Whoever said
Alone
that's
1,
an idiot.
but Home Alone 1 is literally centered around Christmas. They're singing Christmas carols in the church. There's Christmas lights on the houses.
Who is saying that?
It was on the radio. Some schmuck on the radio trying to say that Home Alone's not a Christmas movie. It's like the Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure, it's not the cartoon Rudolph the fucking red-nosed reindeer, but what do you classify as a Christmas movie if you don't count that one? I mean, The Grinch,
Yeah, that's a good one.
it's a very good one. But
I love when he eats glass.
that does it for you?
Yeah.
You're
That's
talking
a
about
fu-
the one with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, and he's fucking reclining back. He's just eating glass.
I mean, it's
Fucking rambling.
it's an all-time performance. That's such an underrated performance from Jim Carrey. He doesn't get enough credit for throwing that fucking suit on. But yeah, I just thought that was wild to say that Home Alone's not a Christmas movie. And there's people out there that get paid to say that stupid shit to people on the radio. So, all right, episode 138, bowl season week 2, NFL week 16. Do you have anything to say before we go?
Good luck.
Joseph.
Good luck, man.
All right, like I said, if you want to help us out, if we've helped you win a bet along the way, Nick certainly has 14-2-1 in his college football locks of the week. You will not find better. I don't care what you or anyone else says. You won't be able to show me proof. If we've helped you win a bet, tell a friend about the show. Hit subscribe. That's really all we ask. That's all you got to do. Help us help you. It's the season of giving. Hit the subscribe button. Good luck, everybody. 138. We will be back to recap next week. Y'all have a good one. Who dat?
The house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. Been practicing this a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good. I liked it.